Pastor, I so love you. I just want to tell you before I give you my ramble regarding Sunday's message. I'm doing this at 11 o'clock on Monday night, but I won't go through that. I actually had got to see over half, and then Herman came over, and I knew that was going to happen. I just had a feeling. But this video, please thank them again. Like, please let them know. Like, this throwaway baggage that I am. I really appreciate I have this video. Like today, like I was really in a bad place, and I really didn't hear it because I'm washing clothes. My sink broke, so I have to wash dishes in the bathtub. Anyway, I'm just not feeling good. I'm sorry to be enough of this, but the point is, for hours, you're in the background. I had seen it through the praise and worship yesterday. And so let me stay on focus with that at least. First of all, I, I just have a bizarre mind. But, it, it, it just is so priceless to me for that guy who's playing the shofar. And, the old saying, shofar, show good. So, and it just, I don't know, just touches my heart, And, but what cracked me up is I want to know where the girls are. That pianist, where are those girls? Or women, or, where are they? Because, and that's why I laugh so much, because I said, oh God, they played the shofar and they turned the praise and worship into a Jewish Orthodox temple. Like, the men and the women can't mix. So, but I do miss that piano. But anyway, I'm so glad. I don't know what it is about that guy. I still don't know his name. You've told me 6 times. I mean, the other guy is super talented. Like, I just know that. But I don't know. That other guy, he's won my heart. Something about him. I just think he's something. I'm like super wowed by him, and he needs to know that. His struggles, I feel them, and you just tell him there's just something. I know he fights forward. I know he does. You tell him I commend him. Anyway, and so he's, believe it or not, is an example to me. So, because I don't think it's easy for him to always do that, and he doesn't get the rush that somebody like I would get, because he's not an entertainer at all. His ego is not necessary for him in that sense. But anyway, I just rambling. I wasn't planning to say any of that. But other than it cracked me up that you now have a Jewish temple of praise and worship. Men only. What? Yo, ladies, Zabu, go see Carol. All right. I am going to send you. I've been wanting to send you for at least a month, because you always go, hey, Jesus is here for you. And we got prayer people for you. And you at home, send us your prayer requests. And you know what? All the televangelists do that. But you do it because you really care. I am so not surprised Pastor Ken, that you were a helicopter daddy. And I think that incident did have a very intense impact. But the gods took that and said, and that's all you ever needed because you were created so sensitive. And you naturally feel the lostness of people. But as you said, peace don't leave home without it. And so you're always buoyed. You are. But you are empathetic. Because you see so many that aren't buoyed. Drowning on the side of the Titanic. And so you want people to know they're loved. I think the thing that bothered you the most about this coronavirus was not political. So I gotta hold people. We gotta pray with them. I gotta touch them. I gotta know they're important. I don't want to wear a mask. I want them to be, and you're so transparent. You're always bringing up a piece of you, Pastor Ken, to that pulpit. You know, when you said, about head knowledge, but when you related it to the fact that most that would really know me, and that's why God is so kind to me in our, I don't know what this is, but because you, when I was so tormented, I know I've had to tell you this. I can't tell you how many times I'd beg Rachel to come down to start playing the piano. My head would be under the piano bench. I'd be lying on a basement floor, but anyway. And she'd smile, like I'd be looking at her coming down. And she'd just play. She knew how Daddy was not well. And she knew this made me weller. I know that's not English, but... And that's what you do for me, Pastor Ken. I can't thank you enough. And it's nice to see you buoyed, because I'm drowning. But anyway. So anyway, I was just so beautiful. You bring a piece of you, your childlike enthusiasm. I can't help but talk about it. It's like if there's 5 incredible songs, each one is like you got to talk about it. And I just can't. And another thing about you that you're sincere. It's all the sincerity. Trust me. And of course, that's the gods welling up within you. And I know all that. I am convinced of that. But what I'm saying is, because you're like David that has a heart after God, so you preached about heart knowledge, that I want to see your artwork. Forgive me for being what I am. Artwork. I want to see some artwork. Want to see artwork. Birthday boy coming up on the 6th. Artwork. I want to see some. Anyway. And by the way, that longest friend, the most intelligent I had, out of any, it doesn't matter. But for all the things that weren't, I would say, healthy at all in that friendship, what drew me to him was his incredible intelligence, like you. And he was an international artist. He was further off the charts than me. Further. Hated people, wouldn't talk to people. wife had to intercede. He lived in the studio. I teased one time. I said, Marcia, are you going to build a pine coffin, or am I? We're just going to leave it in the studio, so we could just throw them in. But anyway, I got off on real far. I want to see artwork. Anyhow, I'm sorry about that, Pastor. So, I don't know. I went too far. But anyway, so I'm going to send you, believe it or not, you really should listen to it. Just you're not going to believe it. I'm going to. You'll see. Once you start, you won't believe who's singing this song, and it really is a conversion song. And the thing about joy that you talked about today, and then I said this is time to send it. So yeah, there's one line in there I know you're going to point out to me, so you can look for it. But if you just take that out and you go like, well, at least, I mean, the totality of the song, seeing who wrote this, wow, I think you'll be able to take it as an extreme poetic license. No swear words, though. And I'm pretty sure the song is entitled Joy. It's just you won't believe who wrote it and sang it. And solo from the group that he's known for. It really is a salvation song. So when you always saw, the angels are rejoicing, the angels are, you have that encounter with God. I just have to send it to you, but it's just funny because I don't think it would be in your repertoire. All right. The complexity of the head and the heart, which is you just drum that home. Sometimes you have sub themes. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. You really speak slowly, but you never lose enthusiasm. And there's something up there in that God, you have something that I don't know what it is, because it's not commercial. And it's not prefab for all your 80 courses. I looked up the school you went to in Virginia. I just, I didn't go beyond the Google. But anyway, mazel tov to you. I hate to say this is disgusting what I'm going to tell you. But because if you think about it from wisdom, but you in a Jewish home, everyone will say knowledge is next to God. But knowledge is not what you talked about. I think wisdom happens when it filters through the heart, out the mouth. What do you think? I think that's what happens. Of course, it's stirred by the very giver, and thus that verse is, hoo-ah, whatever you say. I've been meaning to tease you about this for over 2 months. I've realized that there is a new language of those that are really tied, that really love Jesus like you do. And now I can't remember, but you know that's where you go, phew, phew. That is one thing I have never seen any clergy of Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, or Christianity, So I cracks me up. So anyway, and I think that's what it is, but the point is that this is so evident that you speak slowly. And that's wonderful for me. I talk real fast, and that's bad for everybody else. So it's just astounding. It is obvious that there is a drawnness to you, a magneticness to you. And again, the gift is in an earthen vessel. Here you are, a natural introvert, or I don't know if that's the word, but quiet. And so was Keith, totally quiet. Anyway, uh, so I'm sorry that I'm going off on Zikadoo, but anyhow, it's just priceless. So you know, uh, so I think that that's what happens. I think that that's how wisdom's produced. When it goes from head knowledge to heart knowledge, now out of the abundance of the heart, wisdom is spoken. But I, I'm so anyway. The um, and oh, by the way, just on a light note, uh, you have no idea how well again, but you're not looking for that. You listen. You don't try to be funny, and you better never. It's just. It's all. It's. We almost swore. It's not important. It's a carnal drawing. It is, and it serves the ego of the human that gets it. I know laughter doeth good like a medicine, but there's got to be something depth to that. But anyway, but when you do share something that's humorous in your mind, we all love it because we're within you, and as we feel it from you. And now I just don't even. Oh, when you said about the Wheel of Fortune people, I thought that was beautiful. By the way, I think that was one of the reasons it was so funny because it was so sincere and just showed how inclusive you are. Because you said both are needed. I just thought that was beautiful, and of course the head knowledge guy, on Jeopardy. But anyway, that was funny. It really was funny. So, listen, uh, I've been having hard days, Pastor, but I'm not going to belabor that. I felt strongly about that. But I want you to know that I slept till 4:30 today, and Herman woke me up because I leave the door open for him. I told you he was very grateful, first thing. And anyhow, and it took me like 3 hours just to do anything that would take anyone else a half hour for various reasons, and just not feeling right, and very sad and very scared. But anyway, it seemed noteworthy to me that normally I always have music playing to kind of fill up some kind of thing. I hate anything else on. And, but when I was about 2.5 hours in and had come and rewound you over and over again, realizing that I hadn't heard anything except I kept hearing, you're this or a point, and the water's running, whatever I'm doing. So I just thought that was noteworthy. That, I actually then was made sure that I'd listened because I learned. I learn a lot. And very disturbed by the 18 inches, and I don't understand it. That's the argumentative piece of crap that I am. 3 months ago would have. I just don't know wherever I stand. I don't know where I stand. But anyway, you challenged me in the most kindest way. And I'm so fragile. I'm so black and blue, every part of me. Oh my God, I'm just so grateful for you, Pastor Ken. I am. And your teaching. And it makes me think. Give me one big Selah. Think on these things. So today's sermon was something that I need to, like the cow's cud that you know, they go through. It's like so disgusting when you think about it. But they're going to get everything out of that bunch of whatever grass or whatever. They ain't letting no nutrients get by them. They get right into them. And anyway, there isn't a Jew that is a religious Jew that wouldn't have been utterly dumbfounded. They would have completely plugged their ears on anything about Jesus. But they would have been dumbfounded listening to you and your sermon on the love of the Word of God. Read the Word of God. Jews worship the Bible almost beyond God. Some of them. It's very bizarre. I don't even know how to explain that. It just becomes intensely knowledge. And you get off on that, just like you get off, adrenaline goes. That's why I said don't worry about trying to be funny. Please don't be mad I say this to you, because you're a man, you're 45 years of age, going to be 46, I think, or the other, you know. But the issue is that you're adorable, for the use of a better term. It's just priceless, man. You know. So, thanks for being an example of someone who took the gas cap off. All right, I'm going to send you that very unassuming, what I would say would be an angel rejoicing song. So I'm just going to go and be thankful that it's at 22 minutes. All right. I love you so much. I'm giving you a big hug. I don't know if you're getting it. Oh, I'm sure I forgot 6 things. But, oh, I know what I forgot. If I really was in your church, I promise you, when you talked about the snow day, because I am such a child and I don't have to deal with the real world like everyone else now, I'm telling you, I'd be up cheering with all your kids. And then I would have gone, oh, yeah, no, it's a no homework day. No, boo. He would have to excommunicate me. Bad example. Watch out for bad grandpa there. All right. You made me just feel happy having to do this tape. I love you. Thank you so much, Pastor Ken. Bye-bye.